out there that season 5 could be the last. How do you respond to those rumors?
If you've been following the saga of the Dutton family, you know it's been nothing short of a roller coaster. From CBS reruns to Paramount spin-off frenzy, Yellowstone has become a powerhouse in the TV world. And John Dutton? Well, he's basically the kingpin holding it all together, as we all know. But here's the scoop, guys. Is Yellowstone really renewing for a 6th season, or is it just rumors? So, here's everything you need to know about Yellowstone Season 6. Will there be a Season 6 of Yellowstone? Yellowstone burst onto our screens in 2018 like a raging bull, instantly captivating audiences and propelling the Paramount network into the spotlight. At its helm was Taylor Sheridan's masterful creation, a modern Western masterpiece that breathed new life into the illustrious career of Kevin Costner, who took on the role of John Dutton, the formidable patriarch of the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch, a sprawling Montana estate. Fast forward to 2022, and the 5th season of Yellowstone hit our screen. But while in the drama and intrigue of the show, whispers began to circulate about Costner's departure, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the future of the series. To add fuel to the fire, Paramount Network dropped a bombshell. A sequel series was in the works, signaling a new chapter for Yellowstone, although one without Costner's involvement. So, where does that leave us? Will there be a Yellowstone Season 6? Well, the 6th season of Yellowstone as we know it seems to have hit the chopping block. Instead, Paramount has opted for a yet untitled sequel series that would be led by none other than the charismatic Matthew McConaughey. The remaining 6 episodes of what would have been Season 6 are now renamed as Season 5B, blurring the lines between seasons and leaving us wondering what's next. As for the sequel series, the possibilities are endless. Will it be a fresh start, or will it seamlessly continue the story we've grown to love? With many cast members eager to explore new avenues and rumors flying about the return of familiar faces, the future of Yellowstone is anything but predictable. Speaking of familiar faces, the series briefly flirted with the idea of introducing another long-lost Dutton sibling, played by Christian music star Corey Asbury. "I was supposed to be Casey's long-lost brother," Asbury said in an Instagram live video. "We were going to move to Montana for a full year. We were ready." Asbury shared his excitement about joining the Yellowstone family in that revelation, only for off-screen drama to throw a wrench in the works. Well, stranger things have happened in the wild world of Yellowstone, and who knows what the future holds for Corey and the Duttons. But then, just when we thought the dust had settled, Paramount dropped yet another bombshell, that there would be a contemporary spinoff featuring many of the show's current cast members. And at the forefront of this new venture, you guessed it, the one and only Matthew McConaughey, set to lead the charge and continue the epic saga of the Dutton family. Why is Kevin Costner leaving Yellowstone? Kevin Costner's departure from Yellowstone has been a topic of much speculation and debate for a while now, with various reports shedding light on the behind-the-scenes drama. According to Deadline's February 2023 report, the crux of the issue stemmed from a dispute between Costner and the Paramount Network regarding his filming schedule for Season 5. It appears that Costner's focus was on his latest passion project, Horizon, a multi-part Western film, which led to conflicts with his commitments to Yellowstone. In a June 2023 interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Taylor Sheridan, the show's creator, addressed the situation, revealing that the dispute revolved around when Costner could wrap up his obligations to Yellowstone. "My last conversation with Kevin was that he had this passion project he wanted to direct. He and the network were arguing about when he could be done with Yellowstone. I said, we could certainly work a schedule toward his preferred exit date, which we did. My opinion of Kevin as an actor hasn't altered," added Sheridan. "I've never had an issue with Kevin that he and I couldn't work out on the phone. But once lawyers get involved, then people don't get to talk to each other and start saying things that aren't true and attempt to shift blame based on how the press or public seem to be reacting. He took a lot of this on the chin, and I don't know that anyone deserves it. I'm disappointed. It truncates the closure of his character. It doesn't alter it, but it truncates it." While Costner has remained tight-lipped about the matter, details emerged during his divorce proceedings in September 2023. During his testimony, Costner mentioned the impact of the show's altered filming schedule on Horizon, stating that he initially planned to juggle both projects but encountered obstacles. "Somewhere along the line, they wanted to change things," said Costner during his testimony in court. "They wanted to do 5A and 5B. It affected Horizon. I was going to do my movie Horizon and leave that show, do my movie, then do B. A show I was only doing once a year, I was now doing twice. "We did negotiate," added Costner. "There were issues about creative. I tried to break the logjam. They walked away." Interestingly, Costner revealed that he was offered a lucrative deal to return for seasons 6 and 7 of Yellowstone, highlighting the financial stakes involved in the dispute. However, the conflict seems far from resolved, with Costner hinting at potential legal action against the Paramount Network, though no such steps have been taken as of April 2024. So what about the spin-offs? Well, while we wait for the dust to settle on the SAG-AFTRA strike, the highly anticipated second season of the Yellowstone prequel, 1923, is gearing up for production. And that's not all. There's also buzz about another exciting addition to the Yellowstone universe, and that's the long-awaited 4/6 spin-off. Starring fan favorite Jimmy Jefferson White and set against the backdrop of the iconic 4/6 ranch in Texas. This series promises to deliver all the drama and thrills we've come to expect from the Yellowstone saga. While you're probably excited about this, just wait. There's more. Rumor has it that a 1944 spinoff is also in the works, and we're wondering, are the Duttons possibly headed to World War II? Well, no matter how it turns out, with the franchise expanding in thrilling new directions, one thing's for sure. The future of Yellowstone is brighter than ever, and we trust they'll land us somewhere exciting. Who will Matthew McConaughey also star as in the Yellowstone spinoff? As the buzz surrounding the Yellowstone spinoff continues to build, all eyes are on Matthew McConaughey, the Hollywood heavyweight rumored to be in negotiations for a starring role. Since February 2023, reports have been swirling about McConaughey's potential involvement, igniting excitement among fans eager to see the acclaimed actor make his mark on the Yellowstone universe. If McConaughey does indeed sign on the dotted line, it would mark his return to television as a leading man since his unforgettable turn in HBO's True Detective back in 2014. With his undeniable star power and magnetic presence, McConaughey's addition to the Yellowstone fold could take the franchise to new height. But the burning question remains: who will McConaughey play in the spin-off series? It's a mystery that has fans speculating and eagerly awaiting answers. While it is anyone's guess at this point, one thing is clear. McConaughey's character will undoubtedly play a pivotal role in shaping the narrative of the new series. What we can only speculate at this point is that McConaughey could be playing a member of the Duttons who simply wasn't mentioned before. Could he be a long-lost relative, a new love interest, or simply a stranger with ties to the ranch? The possibilities are endless, and until official details emerge, fans can only imagine the exciting directions the spin-off could take with McConaughey on board. Which Yellowstone cast members will return for the spin-off? While details of the cast and crew remain unknown, we remember that Deadline hinted last year that offers have been extended to some original Yellowstone cast members, though final decisions may hinge on creator Taylor Sheridan's pen hitting paper. In their words, it has not been revealed whether the McConaughey-fronted franchise extension will be set on the Dutton Ranch in Montana or elsewhere, and which of the original stars of Yellowstone will appear in the spin-off series. But we hear a couple of them have received offers. The plan for the returning cast members may not get finalized until Sheridan finishes writing, we hear. But with tensions at an all-time high in Yellowstone's latest season, it's anyone's guess who will make the cut. Given the way that Yellowstone Season 5A concluded, it's hard to picture Wes Bentley and Kelly Reilly both returning for the spin-off series, since their respective characters, Jamie and Beth Dutton, have openly contemplated murdering each other after the fiery feud between them reached a boiling point. So there you have it. Everything you need to know about Yellowstone's future. This may be the end of the trail for John Dutton, but the Dutton Ranch saga, the legend is far from over.
Is it true that some of the cast didn't know how it ends?
Yeah, I know they were doing redacted scripts for a lot of people. Crew wasn't getting scripts. So every day we'd show up and you'd kind of have to, without telling them what they were about to shoot, be like, we're going to stand here and say some stuff. You're going to point the camera. And it was kind of like that. And
can we get this prop?
Yeah. We were the lucky ones. We got scripts. You know, some of the actors were able to get all the scripts because I think they know at this point that, you know, we're not going to say anything. We don't want to get fired.
Don't leave your script in an Uber.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it was an interesting way to try to shoot a television show when nobody knew what they were shooting.
Yeah.
Journey of 7 years, because that's how long we've been doing it, has been such a life-changing, enriching experience for us all, and to kind of get to it can't go on forever, you know, and you also want to leave it when it's like at its best.
Yeah.
And so there's something really moving about us on our last few weeks filming. We were just, there was a lot of love and
Yeah,
a lot of just taking stock of what we've achieved. We really put a lot into it this last year and just really wanted to make it as satisfying and as entertaining and as cathartic for the audience as we could make it.
We're going to get asked about what happens all day. So I wish we could say something, but
Yeah, exactly.
all we could really say is that I think everyone's going to be really pleased with how it ends. And I know I was blown away by it. I think it's really profound and really beautiful and kind of really satisfying for every character. It's kind of the way you want it to go down, I think.
Are just drowning in secrets, which has made this season so hard. But I think, we were so happy to be back, and I think knowing that this is the last one, it's such a bittersweet, at this point, 7 years in, going back to Yellowstone means coming home. So I think, I miss all of our cast and crew already, so I'm in trouble.
So let's talk Casey and Monica and see, where do we find them going into the season or the last episodes, and what can we expect? Anything? I know you guys can't tell me anything, but
I know.
in the vaguest possible sense.
We can tell you where they start out.
Yeah, okay.
At the end of
Yeah.
season 5A, they are talking about maybe looking at this house that is on a part of the ranch that we haven't seen before, and maybe that will be where they can find where they belong, have a spot of their own. And so that's where we find them in the beginning of 5B, is that they're kind of seeing if this is going to be the place for them, and you kind of see them with some joy in their life, and which is nice for a change. It's very light
Some smiles.
for a split second.
Yeah.
They're having an okay time.
Another dynamic and relationship that we love to see is, of course, Beth and Jamie. They are going at it. They have been going at it. Is a train going to be pulling up to the train station? That's kind of where we leave off, and we have this uncertainty, but who comes out on top? Can you tell us?
It's at the most dangerous it's ever been where we leave it. And, I don't want to spoil anything for the fans and tell them, but yeah, I mean, it does come to a head. We are at the tipping point. There is resolution, and I'm excited for them to see what that is and how it comes about. But it's all very heightened. We're at that point now.
Yeah. So we can't give away where it goes, but where we leave off, you kind of played the reverse Uno card, right? She had,
nice.
she had this upper hand a little bit for a while, and so now it seems like you kind of had the big reveal. What is it like playing across Kelly and figuring out that dynamic between the two characters?
It's great. I mean, it's hard. I'm torn because when I know there's a day coming up to shoot with Kelly, I know it's going to be tough for Jamie's perspective. It's either going to be physically tough or emotionally tough, or some kind of, going to leave that scene not feeling great. But that I get to do it with Kelly is really special, and she's so talented, but also we have a great relationship, and we're able to trust each other and allow each other to go as far as we can to make these scenes so hard for the audience and so hard for the characters to get through. So it's also something I'm excited about in those days. So I'm torn, but I always leave it there feeling terrible because Jamie never comes out on top. I mean, the last scene was as close as he ever got, but you just always have the feeling that he's gonna mess it up somehow, right? I love playing complex characters, and he is the most complex that I've ever played, and I love it mostly because the reaction I get from people is they're torn. It's like you feel they want to hate him. He's the bad guy. They know, especially if they're sort of seeing things from John Dutton's perspective, he's the antagonist, so I should hate him. But they also know that Jamie's broken, and he's been broken by John and by the experience of living at this ranch. And a lot of the actions come from that, and they can't help but I understand that. And that makes it a complicated feeling for them. And I just kind of I enjoy seeing their being torn.
Hey there, are you ready for more action, drama, and breathtaking landscapes from Yellowstone? This week, I am breaking down everything we know about Yellowstone Season 6, from plot rumors to character returns and all of the juicy updates you don't want to miss. Number 1, the latest on Yellowstone Season 6 renewal and release date. So let's dive right into what fans have been eagerly waiting for. The big question, is Yellowstone returning for Season 6? As of now, official confirmation is still under wraps, but here is what we know. The show has been a huge hit since day one, consistently dominating viewership charts. With ratings like Yellowstone's, there is plenty of buzz that a new season is likely in the card. Typically, Yellowstone follows a winter release pattern. So if we see Season 6, we can expect it to drop around late 2024 or early 2025. Fans, however, will need to brace themselves as creator Taylor Sheridan is notorious for keeping production details close to the chest. This means official announcements might be held back until filming begins, so stay tuned for updates. Number 2, expected plot lines and story arc. Alright, next up, what can we expect from the story in Yellowstone Season 6? If you're familiar with how things wrapped up in Season 5, you will know that the stakes have never been higher for the Dutton family. With John Dutton struggling to keep his ranch and fend off some powerful rivals, the storyline is ripe for explosive developments. Season 6 could be shaping up to focus on whether John can actually hold on to his legacy, or if his enemies will finally succeed in taking it all away. We also expect more insight into Beth and Jamie's conflict, which has escalated to new levels. Season 5 left fans wondering just how far each would go to outmaneuver the other. In Season 6, we might see the feud reach a boiling point with lasting consequences, not just for the siblings, but for the entire Dutton clan. And let's not forget Rip and Beth's future. The pair have become fan favorites, and Season 6 might just explore their story further. With love and loyalty tested at every turn, we're likely in for some heart-pounding drama. Number 3, which characters are set to return? Now, who's coming back for Season 6? Well, we all know Yellowstone wouldn't be the same without the Dutton family's core characters. Kevin Costner's portrayal of John Dutton has cemented him as the soul of the series, so it is a safe bet that he will be back if there is a new season. However, we might see some unexpected shakeups in the cast. Rumors suggest that certain characters could face some untimely exits in true Yellowstone style. Beth Dutton, played by Reilly, and Wes Bentley's Jamie are also crucial to the series. Fans are eagerly awaiting what's next for these two, especially with the massive tension built up between them. Of course, Luke Grimes as Casey and Cole Hauser as Rip are likely to return, especially as Casey's journey has taken some unexpected twists that may play a bigger role in Season 6. We may also see the introduction of new characters, particularly those tied to the ever-growing threats against the Dutton Ranch. Fresh faces could add more complexity to the plot and shake things up on the ranch, so keep an eye out for some casting news. Number 4, behind the scenes. What we know about filming and production. Curious about what's happening behind the scenes? Filming Yellowstone isn't just about picking up a camera and hitting record. Taylor Sheridan and his team go above and beyond to capture the vast, wild beauty of Montana, making the setting itself feel like a character in the show. Filming schedules have been often tight as the show's production aligns with specific seasonal weather to bring out those stunning landscapes. Given the extensive outdoor shoots, the production timeline depends heavily on the availability of the cast and Montana's weather. If production kicks off soon, we might hear about a few early filming snippets or on-set photos from the cast. What's even more exciting? Yellowstone's impact on Western genre storytelling has attracted some serious behind-the-scenes talent. And for Season 6, we could see even more production innovation. From dramatic action sequences to quieter, character-driven moments, the team's creative vision is what gives the series its cinematic. Number 5, major themes to expect in Season 6. Yellowstone isn't just about a ranch and a family. It's about legacy, power, and survival. Season 6 will likely continue exploring these core themes. And one theme that keeps fans hooked is the Old West versus modern world clash. The Duttons are the ultimate defenders of the old ways, often standing against those who want to commercialize or destroy the natural land that they've lived on for generations. Family loyalty is another massive theme, and as we've seen in past seasons, it's sometimes a double-edged sword. The Dutton family have always stood together, but each season introduces introduces new conflicts that test these bonds. Season 6 may push the idea of loyalty to the limit, forcing the Duttons to decide just how much they are willing to sacrifice for one another. And of course, justice. For the Duttons, justice is a personal affair. As they defend their ranch and way of life, they are often forced to take the law into their own hands, which raises ethical questions that resonate with viewers. Season 6 could explore this moral gray area even further, giving audiences more food for thought on where the line is between right and wrong. Number 6, will Yellowstone Season 6 be the last? So here's a big question on everyone's minds. Will Season 6 be the final season of Yellowstone? Taylor Sheridan, the creator and mastermind behind the series, has hinted in previous interviews that he envisions an end to the Dutton family saga. Sheridan isn't one to drag out a story longer than necessary, and his past works reflect a commitment to strong storytelling over sheer quantity. He has mentioned that while the show's success has been beyond what he imagined, he wants to wrap up the tale when the timing feels right. This keeps fans guessing, will Season 6 bring that final curtain call? With the show's immense popularity, fans are understandably hopeful for at least 1 or 2 more seasons. Many argue that the Duttons still have stories to tell, from unresolved feuds to new threats, so the possibility of more seasons is not entirely out of the question. However, if Season 6 is indeed the final act, Sheridan and his team have a history of delivering powerful, memorable endings that stay true to the core of the story. Now, until an official announcement confirms the fate of the series, speculation continues. The show has left so many loose ends, from family betrayals and vendettas to unresolved business deals, that it seems unlikely to end abruptly. If it's not the final season, Season 6 will likely set the stage for a climactic showdown in the Dutton family saga, giving viewers a satisfying prelude to the ultimate ending. Either way, fans can expect an intense, emotional ride. Number 7. What spin-offs could mean for the Yellowstone universe? The Yellowstone universe keeps expanding with spin-offs like 1883 and 1923, which dive into the history of the Dutton family and the challenges of previous generations. These spin-offs have not only been a hit, but have opened doors for even more potential storylines. So what does this mean for Yellowstone Season 6? Well, if Season 6 connects to these spin-offs, we could see plot lines that reference or draw from events in 1883 or 1923. Giving fans a richer, multi-layered story. Sheridan has hinted that he'd like to explore more about the Dutton lineage and legacy, so we might see Easter eggs or nods to the family's past in the upcoming season. Plus, with the continued success of Yellowstone and its spin-offs, there is room for additional series that could focus on different branches of the Dutton family tree, or even entirely new characters within the Yellowstone world. For fans, this means the potential for more interconnected stories and an even bigger narrative tapestry that expands on the themes of land, power, and family legacy. Number 8. What fans are saying and how they're preparing for Season 6. And finally, let's talk about fan theories and the incredible community buzz surrounding Yellowstone Season 6. Yellowstone fans are some of the most dedicated in television, and they have come up with some truly wild theories about what's in store for their favorite characters. Speculations about Beth's fate, her complicated relationship with Jamie, and even the potential for a new threat to the Dutton legacy are just a few of the theories circulating. Fans are also diving deep into the mystery of John Dutton's future. Could he finally lose his grip on the ranch? Or will he rise to face his enemies one last time? Social media platforms are flooded with fan-made artwork, cosplay, and countless videos analyzing the show's past season. Fans are revisiting each episode in search of hidden clues that might hint at Season 6's direction, from character behaviors to small details in the setting. With events like the Yellowstone Fan Fest becoming a yearly highlight, there is hope for more fan-centered happenings, like sneak peeks or live Q&A sessions, where the cast and crew might drop a few hints. Now, while we wait for official updates, the Yellowstone fan base continues to keep the show's spirit alive, creating forums, online discussions, and meetups dedicated to speculating about what is next. And with the drama that fans are predicting, Season 6 has the potential to be an unforgettable edition of the series, bringing even more intrigue, heartbreak, and suspense to an already legendary show. And there you have it, everything we know about Yellowstone Season 6, from plot hints to cast rumors, potential themes, and more. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you are the first to know about new updates. Stay tuned, and we'll see you back here for more Yellowstone news soon.